Hey guys, Harris here, and today we're taking a look at my current favorite battery case for the iPhone 6. This is the Anker Ultra Slim battery, coming in at 2,850 milliamps. It's good for nearly 140% of theoretical battery life, but the main story here is that it adds less than 6 millimeters and less than 3 ounces to the iPhone 6, and that's currently the slimmest battery that I have found on the market. Now, of course, battery cases will add a lot of thickness and bulk in general because you're adding so much more battery, but of all the batteries that I've tested and all the ones that I've seen, this is the thinnest, and it does make a big difference. This is a case that I'm not afraid to use, and I am willing to use for multiple days without taking it off. I don't have to take it off when I'm not charging my phone, and that's something I couldn't really say about the other battery cases. They're just usually too thick and too heavy to keep on all the time, but this is completely a different story. Now on the back of this case, and actually the texture surrounding the whole thing, is a very familiar texture for battery cases. It's a smooth, matte texture. Now it has its pros and cons. Pros, it feels really nice in the hand, it's smooth and it's soft. Cons, it does get fingerprints and oils, especially if your hands are a little bit sweaty at the time. It'll definitely show up, but over time it kind of cleans itself. I think overall it's a nice finish. Now on the back, there is one of the few quirks I have about this case. There's an Anker logo, which is fine, but below that is the indicators. There's 4 indicators or LEDs, and then the power button. Now the power button activates with a single press, which is what I don't necessarily like. If I'm wearing skinny jeans or skinnier jeans, I can accidentally activate this. So it would have been better, in my opinion, if this was activated by a few seconds hold rather than one single press, but not a huge deal. Above that is the camera cutout, which is very tight around the camera and the lens, but I haven't had any issues with my photos or video. And then along all these sides we have openings, complete openings for our buttons, our volume, and our power, as well as our mute or vibrate switch, and those are all perfectly accessible. I haven't run into any issues at all pressing those, so don't worry about that. Now at the very bottom we do have a micro USB port which replaces our lightning, so you'll be able to charge this with the included micro USB cable or one of your own. Now I like this because you can either charge the case or you can charge your phone and then it will automatically charge the case, so it's a really nice combination that I do like. Now the speaker cutouts are actually really nice because they kind of amplify the sound just a little bit. You may not really be able to tell, but it actually I think is a little bit of an improvement, so I do like the kind of speaker amplification there. My only small con, or kind of big con, with this case would be the headphone jack. Now I understand because it's a battery case it does have a big chin, and they did include an adapter. However, with my other battery cases I was still able to fit the earpods in rather easily, and although I can still fit my earpods into this case without the adapter, it is more difficult and I kind of have to use my fingernails to shove it in there, which kind of gets me worried about damaging the lightning cable, and that was personally a big disappointment. The only really disappointment of the case is just the fact that it's not super easy to use my earpods, the headphones that came with my phone and that I use on a regular basis, so I do have to kind of wedge it in there, which can be annoying at times. But other than that, I don't have any flaws about this case. You'll get out of real usage generally about 125% extra charge to your iPhone, but overall it charges at a pretty good pace. It's a pretty thin battery case, and I don't really have any cons with it. So if you're looking for a battery case, this is absolutely my #1 recommendation at this time. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. I'll leave my social media in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.